funny story.
Tell it away.
Story. Got a gift from Mrs. BG to help out here in the hobby room, and it is this thing that looks like it fell off Buzz Lightyear. And this is actually a paint shaker, right?
Yeah.
You press down on this thing, it does all kinds of wobbly things, and it lights up green, and it shakes up little jars of paint. I saw that on Barbados Rex.
Oh, yes, Barbados Rex.
So she also got 300 BBs to put into little bottles of paint and everything. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit down here and just go about my day and just shake up every bottle of Tamiya paint that I have. I opened so many jars of Tamiya paint to put the little BB inside there that I gave myself a freaking blister. And I haven't been able to open a jar of paint since Monday. So
yeah, that can get trying a bit, can it?
I haven't had a bottle of water. I haven't had any paint open.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling okay. I'm perfectly hydrated. Right. I don't need the thumb and finger for the coffee.
Oh, okay. Well,
I went out and did some errands yesterday. You know how it's mega hot right now, right?
Oh, it is mega hot.
I grabbed the steering wheel with the blister. It popped the blister. And then seared it closed because that's how hot the steering wheel.
Wow. It's the whole frying an egg on the sidewalk thing.
It was just like slapping iron on a wound so you stop bleeding.
Yes. The boy and I took a ride in the 5.0 yesterday, and I overheated the hell out of that car. It was so freaking hot outside. Yeah, it's put away till winter. And I got to do some major work to it. Yeah, he didn't like it. But I got to tell you, the world knows now because we've been recording. So,
that's good to know.
Should we start the show then? Now that we got that all behind us.
Yes.
About your paint shaker, which is quite the neat looking device, by the way.
It is. If you actually show up to Build Night tonight, I will show that to you.
We will
bring some paint to shake.
We will talk about that.
So which side am I on today?
You are on that side. You're always on, but if you point the other way, you're pointing at me.
Really? Oh, that's weird. Okay.
Yeah, we got to always get that clear. So, hey, here we go. So, how do we? Okay, get prepared. Oh, yeah. Well, and let me put that my virtual stapler right there, and
ding ding.
Gotta have it. And how you all doing? This is BG.
And that's Luka Cee.
And we are
the Model Car
Guys.
On the YouTubes.
Yes, we are. Yes. And we have a great shoe for you today. That's turned into a thing.
Something happened to my computer. What's wrong with my frame rate? You slowed down there all of a sudden.
Oh, wow. How cool. It didn't happen here, so that's what matters. Because it's recording on this side. So over there, the people in YouTube Lab are still seeing us normal.
So right. Today's topic
is
Felix, do your job. Smack him right there.
He's watching Blippi. He's totally in another world.
Oh, product placement. So today's topic is about group builds.
Group builds, yes. Group builds. And how they affect you and what they do for you. Yeah, definitely going to talk about some group builds.
Right now,
among many other things, I'm sure.
Yeah, there will be an off ramp here or there, which is
here or there, like because we're known for that. Yeah, there. Felix put his 2 cents in.
Yeah.
But yes, I used to not like group builds. I don't want to say I didn't like them, but then I found that they were motivating, and I got involved with them. And we happen to be in one right now.
We are. Hang on a second.
Oh, yeah, got to cross. Oh, geez. Oh, see, now everybody knows what day it actually is during the taping.
Hey, I get comments that I haven't been keeping up with that. So
that's good. That's really good.
But yes, group builds. When I first got started on the YouTube thing, I started just so I could participate in group builds.
Mm-hmm.
The very first group build I started was a monster truck group build that was hosted by Lil Joe from Back Bay Customs. Yeah, I used to talk to him quite a lot back in the day. He's busy. He got married. He's busy and all that kind of stuff.
I hadn't heard of him, but hopefully No.
I'm sure if I share a link to one of his older
Probably.
videos,
I'm sure
like,
I've
oh
watched
yeah,
him.
that guy, I hate him.
Yeah, that's how I usually roll. I don't remember nothing, you know. I'm much older than you, and
is that why you wear my hat?
Nothing in the noggin.
Nothing in my noggin.
I'm like Dory, nothing in the noggin.
So
anyway,
staying on track.
Yeah.
I found that group builds were a huge help for me to stay motivated to build. And I mean, like when I first started doing group builds, I was joining everything that I could that was model car related.
Yeah.
And I was building whatever. If I had something in the stash, I was building. I'm like, this is great. And like at the time, I had like 18 kits in the stash. I found an old photograph on one of those
olden days.
Yeah, back in the things were all sepia tone and stuff.
Yeah.
And had to hold up the flash, you know. Whoosh. So I found a photo on Facebook, like those memory things that they'll pop up, like, oh, you remember this?
Oh, yeah,
years ago, whatever. Like, okay, great. Well, I found one from like 5 years ago when I first started my channel, which, by the way, we had the anniversary of just last week.
Oh, yes. Well, how many years?
5.
Congrats.
Yes. I had a cake all by myself. That was very, very sad.
Oh,
it was a big cake.
A sad cake.
It was a big cake.
My 5-year anniversary is coming up in October.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll have a cake. You can have a cake all by yourself.
I will too.
So
it's the Model Car Mafia's anniversary in the next meeting.
That's right. We need to talk about those guys. We need to talk about those guys also.
Yes.
Those. But the video, the photo that I saw was I had these cabinets on the wall here back when this used to be a laundry room. We converted it over. Mm-hmm. I had stuff stuffed in the cabinets to the point where they wouldn't fit, so I took the doors off. And then it ended up
creative.
The cabinets came down. Into these racks. But I had like 18 model kits, and I was like all proud of those and everything. And I'm going to do this group build. I'm going to do that group. I did them all. I did all the group builds to the point where people used to tease me and call me Mr. Group Build because I was joining everything.
Mr. Group Build. So that's BG backwards.
It is. It's a BGGB.
BGGB. That's too much for me I can't. No. That just hurt my brain.
No,
anyway.
Have some coffee. It'll help.
Oh, thank you. I will.
But I got to say to all you guys out there that watch our stuff that don't join in group builds, and I probably figure there's very few of those folks.
There's a lot of them. That
you really need to consider doing that, because it is definitely motivational for digging through the stash and pulling stuff out to build. Mm-hmm. I had a general rule, which was I didn't build if I didn't have the thing. Mm-hmm. I didn't join, because going out and spending money on spending money on a model kit, that's just silly when I have all this stuff to build already. Mm-hmm.
True.
So, everything back there is for a group build now. But exactly, right?
Yeah.
The only thing that would bother me is if a group build would come up and the model kit is like at the bottom of the stack.
Yeah, that can be
take me a couple months to get to that.
I know, and it's like that happened to me to do a video, and I had to take a model from over here that was at the bottom of the stack. So all the and then they fell, and they're still. It's been a week, and they're still on the floor.
Still on the floor.
Still on the floor. That's how bad I am. I got model kits all over the place. I gotta get them all put back. I'm bad like that because I get ideas, or I want to look up something, or I want to do a video, and then I pull these kits out, and they stay out for days. But again, stapler, I went off track. Let's go on with the group build stuff.
Well, I don't think so. I think that was pretty much for you.
Okay, so it helps thin the herd, is what you're saying.
It does. It does. It helps thin the herd. You get that sense of completion, and that's actually a drug, I swear. The sense of completion when it comes to stuff.
Yes.
And I mean, not to get too scientific, but there is a little bit of dopamine that's released in our brains when we complete a task.
I wouldn't know, because I just can't complete a task. By the way, like what I told you I was doing this morning.
I have none of the dopamines. You didn't finish the thing?
Didn't even get the chance to get started. And now it's too blazing hot outside.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I expect it. Well, just That's a whole nother. I'm not gonna get, I'll tell you later. It's not that I just got to get the power going here. That's all. I had to do some power work outside, and that just didn't. Other things happened this morning. Right there. That's the other thing. Other things. Look at him. Look at how he's lounging here. He's not. He is very loungy. Yeah, he's lounging like crazy, man. Jeez.
Did he get into the snack cart?
Yeah, I think so. and he's really not on top of it. I hope I'm not too dark, everyone, because my face light has burned out, and I just didn't get a chance to do anything about it. So,
really?
Yeah, that's why it's just this is how
that's why you're wearing a black shirt. That's a great idea. Lighting 101.
But it's an important black shirt. So
I got to give a shout out to my buddy Joe over at Mad Genius Productions, because he finally took a couple of courses on how to light his set, and now his videos look awesome.
It changes everything, doesn't it?
Good job, Joe.
I haven't learned a dang thing, but yes, good job. Light that set.
It's all
lighting and your sound is so important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, when we were at theater, the sound engineer would say everybody that can hear well is an expert on how something should sound.
Mm-hmm.
However, when it comes to lighting, not everybody has the same perspective on lighting and stuff. So you can be a little askew with your lighting colors and stuff and still get away with it because you're setting a mood and all that jazz. But when it comes to sound, people know what crickets sound like. Here's some right now. And then I gave you a thing to do.
Thanks.
Yo, welcome.
Good thing I have that sound effect stored.
Every time I'm on camera, you have that playing in the background. So yeah. Anyway, I digress. Somebody else I need to give a shout out to. I was talking to Frizzo today.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And if we could put a link down below to his channel, because I was getting caught up on his videos.
Wait, let me do this. There.
Thank you. So I was getting caught up on his videos, and I tell you what, that guy's building talent is just going up.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't watched some of his stuff lately.
He was good, and he's just getting nothing but better. So it's just awesome. But he got over. He had a bad hospital stay recently. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So our thoughts go out to him and his family.
Yeah, definitely. I like it.
He's nearly recovered now, but I'm like like a month ago, or whatever.
You out? Just like that. Just okay.
Bring back donuts,
please. What time is it? Is mommy home already? Jeez. Yeah, I had a good time with him in Atlanta.
That's right.
He's a funny dude.
There
was a little snippet of him in one of my videos, and he just said one line, and it slayed. I don't know the way he said it. It was very well, coming from New York.
He's hilarious.
And being in New Jersey, it was very New Jersey tri-state area type of talking.
I went through 2 rows of cars over there, and I'm still processing.
Oh, at Acme, I bumped into him. How you migrate around and just sort of bump into each other. It was like Pac-Man. He keeps to blinking. Yeah. I bump into him like, "Hey, you having a good time?" His eyes were just, huge. He's like,
"Oh yeah,
so much. I'm taking it all in." Like, you having a good time? And then go, because he's like, "Dude, somebody got me confused with Luka Cee."
Aren't you Luka Cee?
No, you're Luka Cee.
Oh.
Remember,
you're Frizzo.
I'm Frizzo.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And I'm like, really? He goes, "Yeah, this is the best day ever." He's leaning up against the wall.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's a good guy. I like him. I gotta give him more shout outs.
Yeah,
maybe I'll have him on this, or not this. But maybe we could have
him on this.
We could have him on this. Oh, and by the way, and of course, okay, I'll ding this, but I'm still, the car's going over the hill. Yeah, we're having to do this because it's just, life, and it's a little more expensive to travel across town these days, and it's probably the biggest thing is it's just freaking hot here in Phoenix. And if we don't have to go out, especially at this time of the day when we do these tapings, it's best for BG. It burns the skin, right? BG, it burns the skin.
That's help with blisters.
Yeah. So So we're probably going to be doing the show like this, but we will be getting back to live stuff probably, this fall.
Right.
It's just a little easier right now.
This format opens it up to having guests a little easier.
And we want to start bringing some guests on to the show. And the last thing we want is a guest in studio, because that just annoys us. Because we're not that nice. No,
it's a closed set.
It's the closed
set.
No.
We have the production manager back there who whips us.
Oh,
and then
you guys. Oh, I see what he did. See, he went and got himself a corn dog. I asked him earlier. He said no to me. And by the way, he doesn't.
How did he heat it up?
See, there you go. He doesn't. He likes them out of the freezer. I'll go to heat it up and he'll go, no.
He likes corn dog sickles?
Loves it.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to have to try that now.
Not bad.
Does he like his mustard frozen also?
No, he doesn't do mustard, but he likes the ketchup. He does put ketchup on them sometimes. But he's a big boy. He's getting he's getting a little more independent. Sometimes a little too independent.
That's good. That's a good sign, though. It's a good sign.
Yeah. He's doing well.
I'm no child psychologist, but I play one on YouTube.
And you play it well.
Thank you.
Anyways, group builds, right?
Yes.
Group builds. Yes. So we're both in a group build. Yes,
we are.
What were you going to say, sir?
I was going to say, do you? And then it was ... It didn't go anywhere. But yes, we are in a group build right now. I have my group build project sitting right next to me.
Mine's over there somewhere.
I actually said that it looked like it was made out of brown gravy, but my good friend Kurt from KH Model Works actually said, no, it's more of a mocha ice cream. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay. Here you go.
I say, when I first saw those kits, I was kind of going for a more caramel thing, but yeah.
What's a caramel? You mean a
caramel?
caramel?
Like caramel on caramel candy?
Yeah, you mean caramel.
Is that what it is?
It's pronounced caramel. Yeah.
Potato, tomato, whatever. And so, anyways.
Tomato, banana.
Yeah.
I just find this kit fascinating. We're doing the stop doing things. I have this box of parts is all the stuff that I've clipped and cleaned.
Oh, look at you! All
box of stuff
clipping and cleaning.
Clipping and cleaning. Well, Mrs. BG is getting home from work so late nowadays that we just put on a couple of TV shows, and then I sit next to her while she does her knitting thing, and I sit there and I clean parts. So
yep.
Listen very closely for something that hits the floor. Like that.
Yeah.
But,
that's probably build night tonight. That's probably what I'm going to work on is the Corvette for this build challenge. Well, we didn't even say what the build challenge is.
Yeah, that's right.
Jeez.
Do that.
And
do the thing.
And it's what is this? Is this the fifth one?
This is the fifth annual. Yeah.
Shall I do it? Are you ready? Get out of the way. Man, geez, it's not working that well.
Yeah, well, I got a blister, so I can't.
Yeah, thank goodness. Less editing effects. But yes, so it's Pro Street Group Build.
Pro Street Group Build. I'm working on the Super B.
Yeah, and I'm working on my.
I have notes here.
Do that.
I have notes here from commenters that have talked about stuff.
Oh, cool.
Like, watch out for this. Watch out for that. So I'm like, okay, I'm putting notes on, and I'm like, I've used up a half a thing of sticky notes already.
Oh, sweet. So you're getting learned about that model. That model's been around for a while, and
it's all helpful information. Helpful information.
And so oh boy, and the guy who is Dylan and his channel
NYS Modeling. It's like an episode of Password over here.
Yeah,
Tonight's studio audience knows the secret word. The word is NYS Modeling.
Oh, yeah, and he's got the Facebook group that you don't have to be a YouTuber to jump in on this. Anybody can jump in on it, and it is the Facebook group.
And I
And
think that's awesome because when we did
yeah,
the small scale car build, there was a lot of guys that wanted to participate that didn't have a channel or
mhm,
didn't do the YouTube thing, whatever. So me and Sean were going back and forth with a lot of folks and sharing pictures and stuff like that.
yeah,
And then Sean compiled in a video of all the guys that participated that didn't have a channel. And I thought that was
that's
pretty
very
darn decent
cool
of
of
him to
him.
do that.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
that's
have
very
the
cool.
editing knowledge or software to do that, so I do have to say thanks
Yeah,
to
well,
Sean for doing that.
and your YouTube channel is just,
Oh yeah, I
go
mean,
check out BG's Model Workshop. But your YouTube channel is just I had to plug you since I just kind of dissed you, but it was a little bit of guilt just happened there for a second, but I'm over it. Anyway, yeah, so it looks like, I mean, I keep seeing more people jump into this build. The kind of the word is getting out now on it. So and everybody loves Pro Streets. And I think Pro Streets are kind of starting to see a resurgence. Yeah, that's the right word. Resurgence in Pro
resurgence.
Streets. Resurgence. See,
Yeah.
that's what I need you. I can't say, what Carmel.
I can't say annual. I would like to buy a
Geez, I am like Archie Bunker with I destroy words.
Geez. Yeah.
Geez. John, geez, eat it. I gotta go to the toilet.
It's the annual already.
What?
What?
See, look, he's already that side. There he is. He's getting demanding. Yeah, I know.
It was taco night.
I think it's because we keep getting off direction here, and he's not happy with.
Oh,
he's not happy with our performance. I don't know. Were you at the meeting the other day?
Yes.
The production meeting? Man,
yes.
He was just.
I was there at a different time because he told me a different time than everybody else.
He does that. I think he just likes to do that and laugh at us.
And when he came in the door with a bat, I was like, all right.
Oh, it's cool. An axe with me. He comes at me with an axe.
No, with me, it's a bat. So I'm like, everything that happens after this is self-defense.
Whatever happens.
I'm claiming self-defense. Yeah. Dude, I want to get working on this model. Let's wrap this up.
Okay. So group builds. We, I mean, you have definitely gotten into a lot of them.
Yes, and there's ones that come about every year.
Yeah, that you can count on, and it's like we're going to be doing another one with the content creators, and
is that starting in September?
That'll be starting in September.
Okay.
So that's coming around, and that was the one that really, I mean, did me wonders when we did the 44s. I just
you actually finished something or whatever.
Pseudo finished. I got to pull that thing out. I got to get working on it. I got to get a couple things done to it that didn't get finished, so I can bring it to Vegas.
Oh yes,
I want that at Vegas, and
we can talk about Vegas too.
And I got to get the Tacom Jeep done. I have been blowing that off, and I got to get my 64 Oldsmobile done. I'd love to have that done for Vegas, but I don't know. So many models, and then more things happen. And lately, well, that's how that goes. But these group builds really do help you, even though, the other group builds that I've gotten involved in, I've absolutely blew it. Like the small scale, I blew that right out of the water, man. I was making it happen.
You're making it happen.
And then it just went, and it was time, and it was over. And I just took that model and just went, well, I'll get back to it later because now I don't have a deadline. And then it died. It died a horrible death. Now it's still sitting there, and I'll probably finish it because it's a cool little Porsche. But and speaking of Porsches, there is like a line of Porsches I want to either finish or do, and they're all 911s. And man, I want to get on things. Then next year,
aren't all Porsches 911s?
As far as I'm concerned, and I want to 911-ish or 911 based. I want to, get on to, the adventure of building a model car that flip nose Malibu with the new kit coming out, and then Dan Doan giving me the red one. I'm jazzed about that model kit. It's so crazy. I was never a fan of, oh, well, we're getting off subject, but I was never a fan of all the monogram of that era, all those ones in the white boxes, but I always liked that Malibu. But anyways, I'm sorry. There goes the car. Back to group builds. What other group builds? You were involved in, I don't know, did you not make it to the end, or is it still going on? You had the big rig group build.
That's actually sitting right here in front of me. The exhaust is now curing. I've put that in place.
Man,
I'm trying not to shake the tap.
Cool.
And I went down the rabbit hole last night, and I actually spent a little bit of time. Every truck driver needs a clipboard and a pencil, so I made a little tiny clipboard.
Oh, neato!
I'll send.
You'll have to send. Yeah, definitely. And I'll put it right there.
So the little clipboard I thought, if this thing's going to be all beat up and stuff, it should have some junk inside there. So. Oh
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I just saw right before we got on. I saw you post a picture of the interior on your Facebook group.
Thank you.
And yeah, so groovy on that.
Thank you.
I like how it's turned out. But is the group build done, or are you?
Oh, the group build is it's in the rearview mirror steadily. Yeah, it was like June.
Oh, very
June
very.
10th.
But you're still, dude. That truck, it looks so cool. And I kind of got to take kind of a good look at it at the model meeting, kind of. I really am looking forward to really taking a good look at that model. It is.
We all needed headlamps at the back cave.
Yeah, I think next time I'm gonna wear a one of the, yeah. Anyways, so
digressing.
I thought that was a cool group build, and I kind of wanted to get involved in that. I really want to build a big rig, but I don't build, so
Well, you have obligations that carry you outside of the realm of building, so I give you a pass.
Yeah, all right, definitely.
I'll tell you what, another group build is coming up in September. My friend Papa Dan and Colonel Reb.
Yeah.
They're hosting something called they're calling it the Deformed Group Build, and it's like, things that aren't the Hasegawa eggplanes.
What
okay,
the heck?
So I'll have to give you a link to post for Dan's channel, so that because he has a video specific to the rules and content and stuff for the build.
Okay.
But, like the weirdos kits.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that kind of stuff, and I actually have one of those kits here. And last year I built a tank, a Ming cartoon tank that was gifted to me by Mr. Frank
remember
Rizzo,
that.
as a matter of fact. This is going to be a Rizzo concentric episode. This little guy.
I remember that. Yeah, I love the video, and you made it into one of them.
Thank you.
Them
I was like
kids toy riding things. I thought that was fantastic. That is actually really. I hate to use this word because your head's going to go, but that was an ingenious idea.
Well, thank you.
Don't tell you that, because you'll just get all big-headed about it.
It's just between you and me.
Just between me and you and me. Group builds. So that'll be a cool one.
There's been so many. I remember Dirk Pitt had hosted a Top Fuel dragster group build back in the day, and he used to host a Tom Daniel group build. I got in on those when I first started YouTube. Charlie Mack, he'll host something that's sometimes military oriented, like the Pearl Harbor anniversary. And Al Wood. Al Wood's over in England. That way. And
you know what? From my vantage point, you just pointed it in the right direction. I just thought I'd say that. It has nothing to do with the show, but you may continue on. Will you hurry up?
Topic, please.
Anyway, yeah. So
yeah,
jolly old England.
I did the Stewart tank for that, and that took me completely out of my
wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse, yes.
Wheelhouse. I don't know what that
means, as Louis says, it wasn't even on the boat. But
geez, there's another one for you.
Right.
But that's just between you and him.
That's just between him and I. But I mean, that's the kind of thing you should be doing. aside from buddy builds, and that's a whole other video right there. The buddy builds.
Yeah, buddy builds are fun, and you and I keep
builds and build
coming up with ideas, but we never launch them.
Well, because
I want to do a buddy build with you, but gosh, we're always doing things.
I'd be building the both kits for us. Can I sub this
Isn't that being a buddy?
This is my idea. Yeah.
Isn't that being a buddy?
The funny thing is the creation of the buddy build was somebody did something to a model and sent it to their friend, and then they did something to that same model and sent it back. But
yes,
with the way the USPS is nowadays,
not good. Sorry, the wire keeps getting through there.
All right.
Oh, now look, I blew my. Oh gosh. Oh geez.
Ceiling.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Right. Another guy who used to do a lot of group build, especially the cancer awareness group build, was Mr. Chris Cortell, Plastic 101. And I'm not sure if he watches this or not, but our thoughts and prayers are going out to him right now.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, somebody who's been around the YouTube community forever, and he used to host all sorts of group builds and stuff and participate as well. So it was always cool to see him in things.
Yes.
But aside from digging through the stash and getting stuff built, it's a great way to actually talk to people, communicate with folks. Hey, so you're in this group build. Here's my, and then I know so many people because of the group builds now.
Yeah.
And now I've gotten to the point in my building where I'm not building just to get stuff built out of the stash. I'm building for a particular level of building. So I don't find myself being so worried about doing group builds and getting deadlines met, because the way the kit is going is more important to me than meeting the deadline.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, deadlines are just like a guideline in order to make sure people get done on time or actually finish or something like that. So
yes, that's sometimes what I need, because I don't. Exactly, that's what happens. I just got hit.
This is corn dog warm.
Wow.
No, that's not code for anything.
It's so lucky that you're miles and miles away that you don't get the wrath of Felix. So he takes it out double on me when you screw up. Well, I tell you what, let's take a little stationary identification here, and we will get right back into this subject and try to stay on it. Probably won't, but at least we do stay on the subject of what? Model cars. Because that's what we're about. Because after all, we are
model car guys.
Yeah, on YouTube.
On YouTube.
We'll be right back after this.
You're watching the Luka Cee channel on YouTube.
Well, we are back.
Yay, back.
And makeup. It's got to pretty me up. It's combing my. This is odd. Okay, that's normally not really traditional way of doing television, but we're not on TV. Thank goodness.
It's like the Muppet Show.
Oh, and I got a full cup of cold coffee. How about you?
No.
I've got a half warm glass of water.
That could be even better sometimes. Well,
that's not working.
So we're talking about group builds. Any other group builds happening? Where do you? Well, first of all, where would one find a group build going on?
Facebook is usually a good place to go. However, there isn't really a centrally located place to actually search out group builds, unfortunately. Are you not hearing me?
I hear you. I'm just nodding my head going, man, that's just terrible.
I mean, so with what's going on nowadays, there are so many group builds being hosted and going on. And there's group builds that are continuously going, like GI Mechanics motorcycle build is a continuously going thing. Jump in whenever, finish whenever type of thing. Which I still need to get in on. But because I have one motorcycle kit and I need to build it.
Oh, I do too. I got one of them old Revell choppers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Those are actually pretty cool kits.
They were. I got it back when I worked for Swift Custom Motorcycles. So, it was kind of like I wanted to try to build one of our bikes. And I was trying to see how I could change the Revell kit to be more like one of our motorcycles. But, another idea.
Right. Well, speaking of ideas. I did not realize that that Foose pickup truck bed had the fenders molded in place.
Oh yeah,
figured they were
it
molded
has the
separately.
menders molded in place. Yep.
The
Oh, yeah.
menders are folded in place.
Folded in place.
Mender. I'm going to call you Mender from now on. That's your new nickname, Mender.
Okay, I'll take it. I always like, nobody ever gives me nicknames. Well, they do, but they're usually kind of unflattering.
Same here.
So anyways.
So yeah, I mean, gosh, there are so many group builds going on. I tried to do some research before this video so I could look up some stuff. And I'm like,
yeah. But
yeah.
oh, you're way ahead of me. I didn't even plan. I just said, what are we talking about? And you said group builds. I said, all right. All right, man. That's the idea guy right there.
Right. I mean, God, you know, if you can think of it, there's probably a group build for it because it's not just concentric to model cars. It's in everything.
Yeah, it is. It's everything.
Space,
and that's and I have thought about getting into some that are like other stuff.
Clubs. I wonder how many guys in our club are going to have their white elephant gift they got last December.
That will be interesting.
This November.
Yeah, and then we got to discuss it. So I'm sure there's some Model Car Mafia guys watching. Did we say that we're to have the models done in November and on the table, or we were going to put them on the table on December?
Yes, we did. But they had to be done in November to be on the table for December.
So I have to finish it in November. But what if I don't finish it until December, like an hour before the meeting?
Well, that's probably just going to be, that's you. You know, that's the thing you do. So, I mean, that's you.
That's it.
You're going to have Denise drive so you can
I'm
finish
changing hats. I'm tired of wearing your hat.
All right, fine. I'll just do it myself. There.
I can't win. I'm trying to. Does it always have to be about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, you sound like the ex-wife. And that is your nightmare fuel for today, kiddies.
Whew. So yes, my thing about group builds, whether it's it's something that a lot of the model car clubs I've been in past years, there was always kind of something that we would do as a club, or this whole thing that happens on, you see it happen in Facebook groups. They'll do a Facebook group build. There'll be, I mean, we even did it on the Luka Cee Model Car Hobby Headquarters, plugging Luka Cee Model Car Hobby Headquarters Facebook group on Facebook. And we did a couple of those, and then I would do a video showing all the builds. And, I think group builds it's a great motivator. If you never got into it, or you thought, I don't want to have a deadline. I used to think like that. And sometimes the deadline helps. It helps you get something done because you might in the last couple of weeks pull half the friggin' hair out of your head. It's worth it because you get a cool model done, and then you feel, what is that? What do you call that? A sense of accomplishment,
sense of completion,
which happened once this past year. Because the only model I finished is that frickin' group build model, that 40 Ford. Okay,
that's handy since it was your group build.
Better had gotten it done.
I know people that host group builds never finish. So
yeah, that's a no bueno.
I've also known people that host group builds and just they make the announcement, they get all excited about it, and then they ghost like Blinky in Pac-Man. They're gone.
Whatever. Yeah, group builds can be very motivating and fun, and whether you get done or not, I mean, at least you get, I started a ton of group builds this year. When I say ton, I mean just one other one, and I didn't get done. But that doesn't mean I won't do it next year or won't finish that model, or it might mean I'll never touch that model again. But this is how it rolls. But I like the group build idea. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's always fun to see what other guys do. I like the 40 Ford one. It was a blast to see what everybody did with their 40 Ford.
Right.
I really like group builds when it is like same kit. I enjoy those because I love seeing what
those
creativity.
Those have a special part in my heart, a special place in my heart also, because it's like we're all working on the same kit, but perhaps we have different releases of the kit, so it might have a little bit different stuff. So then you get the comparing and contrasting of the kits and stuff.
That's an interesting thing you just said, and this kind of is going off subject, but not really. So the 40 Ford group build we did with all the content creators, I learned a kit that I know a lot about. I learned a lot about that kit. I started to discover how different variations and different things were in different years, and then I found out how different the three versions you had, the coupe, the sedan, and the sedan delivery, and how very different they were, even though they were based off of the same tooling, the same kit.
I think they all have the same fender,
but they don't.
They
don't have the same. All the fenders are different from each kit in one way or another. But like the dashboard's different in the sedan delivery. But there is actually a hood out there that doesn't have that stupid shaped bell, cutout thing.
The bell cutout,
bell, which Mark Batson got a hold of one, and I'm like, I want one of those hoods so bad. Because it's
strange that you say the fenders don't fit very well, are different, because I had a 40 Ford, just the body and fenders, and I remember giving it to Jacob to learn how to airbrush on, and just went to town on it. And I was goofing around with the body that I had, and I put those fenders in there. I'm like, oh crap, these actually fit on the coupe.
Yeah, they do fit. I just know there's subtle difference. Like, I'm not sure. I can't remember what it was on the sedan delivery, but I know between the sedan and the coupe, because the sedan kit, what's cool and unique about that is that it has parts. So it has a different headlight, grills, and hood that you can do either a 39 or a 40. So you know how the coupe and the sedan delivery have a part of the grill. The 40 Ford grill is a part of the.
Is that the salt shaker kit?
No, has nothing to do with salt shaker. That's a whole nother car.
Okay, because I thought there was like a 40 Ford salt shaker or whatever it was that had.
No, that was a 39. That was like a 39 Chevy. You're way off.
Was it? Okay, my apologies.
I'm sorry, unforgivable. Anyways, with that being said, group builds. Yeah, if you haven't done it, get involved with one. They're fun. Yes. If you're in a club, if you're in a model club, do it with your model club. If you're on the Facebook groups, there's always one that pops up on the Facebook groups. You watch YouTube, but I think you do. I am going to assume that you watch YouTube because, well, this is on YouTube and you're watching it a lot. There's all the different, you mull over all the channels.
How about this? If you are participating in a group build, let us know down below. We would like to check that out.
Yes.
You don't even have to post a link. Just let us know who's hosting it, and I'll go.
Definitely. We'll go check it out, and other people. They'll give people a thing.
Even if it's not car related, if it's military, aircraft, sci-fi. But
definitely, we're interested in hearing about it, and I will put a link below.
Bink.
See, there's nothing there, but I have the link below. If you can get on your computer or phone and click on it, I'll put a link to the 2022 Pro Street Group Build Facebook group. There, did I say it right?
Yep.
There'll be a link to that below, and you guys can go check it out. And it's not too late to join.
No, because it goes until September 10th.
Which is good because September 15th is when the content creator group build takes
perfect.
Off. And it'd be Mark Batson's choice this year.
No!
Is it really?
It is.
I'm going to have to buy something probably, huh?
You might. I don't know. I can't remember if you have the kit because unfortunately I know, but nobody else does.
I'm still practicing my accent.
Secret is this?
Still practicing my accent. He told me if you can't say the word pine cone right, then you don't have it down right.
How do you say pine cone?
He told me the way I remember it says, it's got to sound like pine cone.
Pine cone.
Pine cone.
Oh man, I like Mark's. I sometimes I watch his videos just to listen to the way he talks.
Oh yeah,
get a kick out of it. I love talking to him on the phone.
I had showed him pictures of my 32 Ford that I'm working on and how I opened up the cowl on there. And he goes, "Did you open the cowl on that?" And I said, "I did. I Batsonized that thing." And he's like, well, "I like that."
Yeah, man. Everyone he's got open. Now I never thought of doing that. Now I'm probably going to have to do it on one.
Oh, I definitely got the idea from him.
Oh yeah. There you go. That's the cool thing about group builds too, is you kind of pay attention to all these other builders building something similar to what you're doing, and then you get inspired to, well, I'm going to have to try that one of these days. Well, that was the thing with the 40 Ford. Like I said, I learned more about that kit, but I also saw all these cool ideas by everybody, even you, and but it was neat, and of course, everybody just did an outstanding job. It was really cool.
Oh, that was what was cool about working with James while he was still here in town. We build nights, we'd be working on ours together.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to clean up all the wiring on my firewall. And I'm like, damn, I was going to do that. Okay. Have fun. So I'm like, what do I do? I'm going to highlight all my firewall wiring, and draw attention to it.
That's what I did.
So
I'm sorry, did I just rub your rhubarb there?
What's he doing? What's he doing?
Oops.
Yeah.
He's got his legs hanging over the end of my bed over there and just kicking.
Oh, okay.
He's just exercising.
Is he stuck behind the bed?
I don't know, dude. I'll tell you what.
Is Jane Fonda's?
Oh, I tell you, that's right. It's not out yet. So I don't know at this point in time if you're watching, everyone, this show. It's either this comes out Friday night or Saturday morning-ish. But Fridays, I'm trying to have every Friday. I'm trying to have my unpodcast. If you don't watch these unpodcasts, by the way, peoples, you're missing out. There's a lot of interesting stuff, right?
Right.
Thank you. Thanks for your support, Mr. BG.
Now, I tell you what, I actually have those all saved into a watch file.
In my watch file. So, but you
gotta
gotta watch.
You need to let me finish.
All right.
Okay.
All
I have them
finish.
saved in my watch file, and then I actually listen to those when I'm on my morning walk.
Sweet. And just to let you guys know, I am putting them on Spotify.
Oh, very cool.
Yes, so you can get them on Spotify when they're fresh and new. I don't have the library, but on Spotify, whatever the most recent two are been done, it's on Spotify. Anyways, so where we're taping, this is a Thursday right now taping. So tomorrow, but if you're watching this on Saturday, it was yesterday, so you can go watch it next. I don't know if I can say who it is. This will be out afterwards, so I can reveal. So I have Kim from Kim's Custom.
Oh,
yeah. Speaking of group builds, he just got done he did the 32 group.
That's build. Right. Everybody
tribute group build.
Everybody in the world finished theirs except me.
Yeah. And so I had him on. It's a great, if you haven't watched it, you got to go check it out. He is such an interesting dude. It was so cool. He's over there in Europe. He's in Denmark, and neat guy. And what a hot rodder he is.
Yes, he is. He's an excellent builder.
Super there nice is guy. A point where Felix was just on my back, and there is a funny thing that I left it in. It's too funny. Kim was cracking up, and Felix he was right here. It was funny. So that kid just does stuff. I told that whole story just to blow off about my grandson. I'm one of those typical grandparents.
You want to see some pictures?
Oh, my grandson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pictures of my grandson, and his mom is my daughter. You want to see some pictures?
Yeah. I used to like her, but
yeah, she's all right. She's right.
Yeah. No, she's an adult.
She's not cool.
I liked her when
she's not cool like Felix. She doesn't like her corn dogs cold.
Yeah, he eats corn dogs cold. He loves model cars. And oh my God, one more thing, and it probably is out by now if you're watching this, but my Saturday morning cartoon, my Saturday morning video I dropped is a cool one. And and Felix is in it. And Felix got his first glue kit. It's funny
First
how it
glue
went down.
kit.
Yeah, it's funny how it went down. It wasn't supposed to happen, but he's got a glue kit. He lost his mind. He picked it. He physically picked this thing out. So you got to watch that show.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell what the subject is because I don't know.
Get my bowl of cereal ready.
Because if I drop this on Friday, it's going to wreck it for you. It's a surprise, but this is a cool video on Saturday morning. Bob's your uncle. Felix got a glue kit, so we got to figure out what to do about that. And the car. Anything else about group builds you want to talk about?
I just have to say that if you're on the fence about joining a group build of any type, something that
highly recommend.
Yeah, something that strikes your fancy, highly recommend it. You're going to get something done. You're going to get support from all the people that are in the group build already to get you to finish that. There's great advice out there that can be had from anybody for free. A nickel's worth of free advice every time.
A nickel's worth.
A nickel's worth. That's actually a Back to the Future reference. And then the fact that you get to just make friends.
Making friends, yes. Making model car buds.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
something else. I know a lot of people all over the world because of model car building.
Yeah, isn't that
and
neat?
Because of group building
and this technology we have.
Right.
Isn't that something, man? It wasn't like that before. It's so cool. It's just made the hobby that much better.
Well, if it wasn't for YouTube, you and I wouldn't know of each other. Wouldn't be pals.
Maybe. I think we would have eventually ran into each other. I guess if we would have. You're right. I wouldn't care.
Yeah, we probably would have crossed paths once. I would have been driving along and be like, "Hey, look at that 5.0 Mustang on the side of the road. I wonder if it needs help." Oh well.
Oh, that was almost me yesterday.
I was on the wrong side of the road.
Bummer. And you would just be another, just another
Passers-by.
car passing by.
Another passerby.
Another passerby in a Subaru.
So, what are you working on right now?
What am I working on right now? That's it. So we set our piece. And what I'm working on right now is I am working on, to get ready for Vegas, I am working on the Tac-On Jeep, the pre-production Tac-On Jeep, because it's still, by the time Vegas comes,
quarter-ton light utility vehicle.
There you go.
So you got
it's too much for me. I can never remember that. So I just say Jeep. I got the okay that I can say Jeep. I'm working on that to have it done for having it on the table that I'm at. I'm not entering it, and I'm going to have the box art and everything to kind of show, because the kit won't be out yet when I get up to Vegas. And there's a lot of armor people, but I tell you model car guys are going to like that model too. So I'm working on that. I'm working on a demo model for one of my resin pieces that are coming out, and it's turning the Salvino's JR models, Pontiac Le Mans, 81 Le Mans, into a Pontiac Grand Am's, what they ran in the Busch Grand National. So I'm doing that. I have it painted. I painted a model, and I didn't have a travesty. I wanted to tell you about that. Nice. I got a model painted. I'm ready to decal it. But then I got to lay clear. So I might actually really get this sense of accomplishment where I might have a model with pretty decent paint job. But I'm doing that. I really like how it looks. Cheating a little. I had an existing chassis. I'm not really building the model. I am, but I'm not. But anyways,
is this going to be your display piece for?
This is going to be my display piece. It will be on my table. I'm not entering it. It'll be on my table.
Usually just do a slammer for that type of thing anyway. So
it pretty much is, yeah. But it's definitely, it's looking really cool, because quite honestly, the chassis that I'm using, I didn't build it, but it's very honorable to have it. It is a chassis. I had to do some repairs to it because it actually went through a house fire. And it was my buddy Frank Bennett built the chassis, and it actually is the chassis from this car right here. The body did not survive, which was another demo model, because I used to do the conversion to turn the Buick into the Oldsmobile, and he built that car to take pictures of it for my website. And so it's kind of, I had to put a little bit of Frank's DNA into this demo model, so that's cool.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a tip to him. So that's a cool one. That's what I'm working on. And of course, the group build. Well, since that's the subject of this episode, the 63 Corvette Pro Street that was an X-race car.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do with that vet.
I am too. I am actually kind of jazzed about it. Not, it's going to be a simple build. It's more about how it sits there. I'm not going to go crazy with anything, but I want to have that look. I just want it to have that freaking look when it's sitting there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tubbing out the back end of a vet's going to be pretty challenging to begin with.
60. What was that? Is that the second gen vet or C2?
Yeah, I think it's a C2.
C2 vets. You either widen the fenders, put gigantic tires on it for road racing, or you make pro streets out of them, and they just look good.
Yes,
they just look good.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, everything looks good with muscle up a little bit, right?
Oh yeah. That's true. Everything looks good with fat tires. So, what are you working on?
Oh, well, what an unexpected question.
Okay, we'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.
I've got the big rig sitting right here in front of me. We're gluing on the exhaust as we speak.
I love this model.
And then I think we can pick it up there. We got the interior all put together.
Nice. The interior looks great.
Thank you. We're doing a video on how we're going to kind of dirty up the interior.
Yeah, good.
And then it was kind of interesting. Louis and I were talking about this at the Mafia meeting. He's like, it's disappointing to find out that this kit's actually an automatic. I said, he said that his father's dairy had those trucks. I wanted to ask him, like, how many trucks did your dad have that were automatic? He goes, not a one.
Really?
Yeah, they were all manual. I'm like, oh, well, whatever they modeled this after was an automatic. So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. I tell you, I was a kind of a truck driver delivery guy, and I had a small Freightliner flatbed, and it was automatic, and I was grateful for that because I was driving up the Flagstaff up the hill. So that's all I gotta say about that.
Working on this, dude.
Oh yeah.
Still need that part.
Yep, I got that part for you. And there's actually, I got 3 parts for that for you.
Yeah, and a little pouch and a rifle too.
And I got to give a shout out to one of our producers of this show. I'm gonna absolutely destroy his name, BG, but we got to give a shout out to him, Don Koninsky. Can you, dude, Don, tell me down below how bad I totally blasted your name. And I remember he told me he was going to send me all these 3D printed parts, and time went on and I forget because, Dory, nothing in the noggin.
Nothing in my noggin.
Luka just keep swimming.
He sent me it, and it said it was just from Don. There was no last name. And I was like, or you remember when I got that, I would go, this is such a cool gift, but I don't know who the hell it is. This is so weird. How'd they know my address and da 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 da? And I'm looking at stuff, such neat stuff. And that there was a basically 3D printed kit of the Mandalorian because he knew.
And it's amazing the detail on this.
He printed all that up. He just was as a friend, as a thank you of what we do. And he sent that to me, and I even did a video. Yeah, it looks cool. You're doing a great job with it. I did a video, and I said, doing shout outs, and I said in the thing, like, this is from a guy named Don. I don't know who it is. And he's like, that was me, dude. I go, I remember. Nothing in my noggin. And another thing that was in the box that was really cool that he sent for Felix is there was a figure of Eddie, like which is one of my favorite Maiden albums.
That's right.
Is Eddie from A Matter of Life and Death, which is like army guy. He's got the AK like this. He's helmet, kind of World War II looking soldier, and it's a really cool figurine that he sent. So, Don, got to give him a shout out. So he is the one who gifted all that stuff, which I gifted that Mandalorian because I just felt that's right up your alley, and I'm sure Don thinks that is cool with that.
I hope you
get it.
I would like to contact Don and see if there's. This is so cool. I'm like, what? What else you got? I'd be interested in purchasing some stuff off of him.
Yeah, and he just does it. He doesn't have a business, not
3D,
that I know. He just
3D printing isn't just pushing a button.
No,
you know?
no. They're setting stuff up.
I watch Kenny Conklin over at International Modeler.
Yeah.
I messed up the name. I'm sorry. But he and I will chat once in a while over stuff, and he's actually doing a 3D print of a Batgirl.
Oh yeah.
Figure. And I just watched one of his videos today. I'm like, that's how you fix that. Okay, great. I'm glad to know that I am not the only person in the world that has a question about that specific type of problem when it comes to 3D printing. So we're working with 3D printed products.
Very cool. Yeah, this 3D printing thing is, I'm going to get a printer eventually, and that's going to be related to my business. I would really love to start get a better computer and get programming and start trying to do design work myself. But I know a few guys, right. and I know a few. I
chat with Ajax over at Rattle Can Shenanigans.
Yeah, I love that. Rattle Can Shenanigans.
One of the best names ever. But I talk to Ajax once in a while, and he's like, get a 3D printer, you stop everything in your world stops. Because all you're doing is printing stuff. And I'm like, I'm just going to print some wheels and tires for my model. Also I printed an entire furniture set for the living room,
I know. But when are you getting a printer?
No, I'm not going to get a printer.
You'll have a printer one day. One day you go, hey, I got a printer.
Mrs. BG was big on getting a 3D printer for a while. Then then that fire cooled. So
Denise is wanting,
because she would be the one that would invest around with it and stuff. She's like, I printed my own knitting needles.
Okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, Denise is wanting to get a 3D printer. She was asking me, are you ever going to get one of those?
Well, she does cosplay. That could
that's exactly what she wants to do. Is she wants to get a 3D printer for cosplaying. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Are you working on anything else?
Just the Pro Street group build also, and then also the 32.
And we saw what that was. It is a great kit.
So unfortunately, the 32 is in the curing cabinet because we just did another coat of clear on that. So that's.
But I have to say, the color.
You saw that last week.
Damn.
Okay, so the color. I just happen to have the can right here.
Sweet. I got to get that. I want to paint a Porsche of that.
This is known as MS Deep Green. I don't know what MS is supposed to be. But
and does it come out kind of glossy too? It's not flat.
It has a little bit of like a matte sheen to it, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I just glossed over it with 2K clear. I didn't even have to prep
dynamite. It looked dynamite, but what really looks great is that you have black fenders. I always love that. That's what's cool about the street rod cars with the separate fenders from the body, is how you can so easily do two tones.
Right.
We are kind of like beat this show to death, didn't we? Talked about a lot of things besides the subject, but we got
20 minutes till tacos.
Yep, and it's all it is taco time.
Yes.
Anywho, what, buddy? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
What do you want, Felix?
What do you want? You're about to show off a bit. Oh, yeah, there we go. He just wants to say hi to everybody. Look right there, Felix, and say hi. So hi. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, beautiful. Right. It's nice talking to everybody. It was nice knowing. Oh, I'm going away. Okay. There we go. Hat change time. There, I'll plug Louie. Oh, he had already gotten a hold of this one. This one barely fits on my head.
No. Are you sure it was him?
Who knows?
Maybe it got washed.
It's the hat dance like the NASCAR drivers. Yeah. He was pushing a little bit in the turns. No, he says to me.
I'd like to thank the Pepsi-Cola, Oreo, Taco Bell, Plymouth Dodge, Chevrolet.
There we go.
Thunder Cougar Falconbird.
And there we go. Look at that. What we end with.
Oh, okay, cool. Perfect. Thank
you,
Felix.
Well, this was an outstanding show. I say it was an outstanding show, but every one of our shows is outstanding. So if this is the first time you're ever watching the Model Car Guys, you need to go back and watch all the other ones. And remember this, we also have a Facebook group. Mm-hmm. Go on to the Facebook group we are always wanting to hear your ideas. You can give them down in the comments below, because BG and I are always reading the comments, right, BG?
That's right. Unfortunately, because I don't have access to your channel, I can only give a thumbs up on
Nor
stuff.
will I ever give it to you.
And that's probably fine too.
But you still can respond. You still respond to people.
I do respond. I respond
You do respond to people.
Yep.
I usually go ahead and I give the little heart. And
No, that's good. That's good.
yeah. And so yeah.
Something to say to everybody who does have a YouTube channel. I know that sometimes we don't want to give a little heart because it sounds kind of silly to do that, but it lets the person that comment know that you saw and appreciate that.
Yeah,
comment.
definitely.
Because the thumbs up is anonymous.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah, so we always like to, I try to do that as much as possible for as long as I can. But lots of times I've always said I read the comments. I get a lot of good information, even on all my regular videos. Same with you. That's a part of the interaction. We enjoy that. And we get a lot of suggestions, a lot of good ideas.
I got sticky notes all over.
Yeah, that's right. Look at that. You had all kinds
sticky notes over builds from people that left comments about, hey, watch out for this. And watch out for that.
Get prepared. Yep. He's there. He's had enough. But yes, so and again, go over to our Facebook group, the Model Car.
Luka is the man.
The Model Car guys on what are we? We're on YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
That's the Facebook group. And go ahead, man. This show is fueled by you guys. We want to talk about the subjects you want to hear us and him talk about, because this guy's got that guy, Mr. BG. He's got stuff to say, and it's kind of he's a little smarter than me. Remember, Dory, nothing in the noggin. Yeah. All right. Well, what do we do now?
I think we're gonna go over to Andy's.
Let's go to Andy's
after Taco Bell.
Oh yes, we got to go to Taco Bell first, then to Andy's.
Right, because I have been to Andy's and then couldn't afford to go to Taco Bell afterwards.
And I'll tell you, he's been getting some stuff lately that you get ready to empty the wallet out right there on the. Matter of fact, he's got a model on hold for me. I got to get over there and buy. Oh my goodness, there we go. So let's go. Let's go to Andy's.
Let's go to Andy's. All right, so say hi to producers, because here they come.
Wow, I wonder why it's so loud in my ears right now. Let me see if I can.
Maybe because it's plugged in.
No. That's silly talk. Let me see. Okay. Talk to me, baby.
Okay, well, first the earth cooled. Then came the dinosaurs, and they got all too big and fat and died.
Nothing in my noggin.
Oh, the last drop. I was not prepared. See, it's driving Felix
I'm almost out too.
Nothing in my noggin.
I gotta say, I just love doing this show. It's so fun.
It is fun for me. Nobody watches
time.
us, but I enjoy the hell out of doing it.
It is a blast.
Nothing in my noggin.
Knowing that there's 4 or 5 people watching makes it even funner, I guess.
Yeah.
I know. It's the whole, what do they call it? We're exhibitionists.
Don't think that's the word you're looking for.
No. Anyways, so let me all right, we're back. And
what's exhibitionism for 1,000, please, Alex?
All right, so